Haven here. So, I have an exciting event we're going to go to. We're going to go to a owl sanctioned tournament. So, it'll be awesome. As you can see, I'm here right next to Owl's Head. So, if you just go up and to the right, you can see it's Owl Sky City, which is home of my guild. So, it's near and dear to the heart. And, you know, it's not too far away from Kingsport. So, I don't have to be separated from Gavin too long, you know. But we're actually doing a PvP tournament here, and I decided to start from Owl Sky City because it's our, just like every other city, you know, we're still a work in progress. We're still getting everything put together and designed the way we want it to be. There's apparently a headless guy here, so that's kind of creepy. I don't want to talk about that. So anyway, so when you first come into Owl Sky City, right? You run down this pathway. This part's pretty self-explanatory. You don't have a lot of options when you're running through here. So, the headless guy is following me. Okay, so we're running. We get to the opening. Now, as you can tell, it's still definitely, as I mentioned, a work in progress. There's a lot we gotta place. But I'm gonna run you guys essentially to the arena, Owl Sky City Arena. So when we first come out here, let's go ahead and pop on a sprint. We're going to go, so we come out, we're essentially going to go straight and slightly to the right. So go ahead and sprint. So you can see once you get past some of these trees, you see the little oracle building over there. And again, a lot of this might change, but we have a pretty good idea of what we want. So we're going to run towards this oracle building. We're going to swim because it's good for our health. I was going to make an Olympics reference there, but I decided against it. Okay, so once we get to the oracle building, when we're done swimming, we're going to run up here because, you know, I love giving you guys how to find things and stuff, so we're going to run up, and then once we come up here, we see there is a path. So we're going to follow this path. For the most part, it's pretty simple. Like, if you stop here, you can kind of see in the distance. Ooh, pretty. The headless guy got it right, though. We're gonna come up here. And I guess you could have took this path behind those houses. Would have been just as good. So we're going to keep running. We should see some statues. Unless they move the statues. Nope, there. So here's the first statue, and you can see they do kind of line the path, so statue. Just keep running and running. I would shorten this up and just start at the arena, but I want you guys to kind of get a sea of everything. So you can see we have a graveyard, big skeleton, giant bone corpse, another statue. We're going to go up here. There's some guards that kind of try and help you tell you where you are. Whee! And then you can see it up there. I totally failed that blink. But there are paths. For me personally, I sometimes have trouble seeing the paths. But so we're going to run to the electric orby thingy. Path behind tower to arena. So you see that there. Also, reagents vendor, if you need them. Keep running, run faster, and blink. Wacha! Okay, so now we're up here. Where'd it go? There it is. Aha! I get disoriented. Don't judge. Alright, so once we actually get to the arena, you kind of have to earn your way up. Like, it's not get stuck on the rock. Like, that is going to be the least of my problems, getting stuck on rocks like that. But, so, once we get to the tower itself, the arena is actually, see all of our nice little dead skeletons here. We actually have to run up. And there's like a little obstacle course at the moment. I personally have fallen off of it plenty of times. And you probably will see me fall off it again. I'm going to try really hard to be good at this, though, so you guys think I'm good at this game. Running. Oh my god, it's that. Let's do it again. Make it stop. Okay, so once we come up here, we come out this door. And then when we come around, so you only go one ladder. And then you see this is where it gets tricky. Now we have to jump up these things. And I'm going to put on some light because jumping in the dark is dangerous. Ta-da! Alright, up we go. Whoop! This is where I fall all the time. I somehow managed to completely clear one of these steps and I ended up on the other side. So that was interesting. Yeah, so I think it was this one actually. Oh gosh. These angles are not friendly with me. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, Ben. Take one. So, when you fall and die, you can look up here. You see there are tons of unks everywhere, except for that direction. Don't go north. No unks up there. So, let's try this again. And take two. If I fall in this first step, I'm going to cry. Alright. You guys start taking your bets now if I can make it past the stair, because this is usually where I fall. Alright, take your bets. Here we go. Ah! Can't do it. See, you see that little ledge over there? I somehow magically, this one right here, this is how I somehow magically went through these stairs and landed on that ledge and was just chilling there for like 10 minutes. Just like, now what? What do I do now? Oh man, guys, I'm going to make it second try. That's like progress for me. Alright, so this is what we got going on so far for the arena. Pretty neat. You know, it's a sky arena. This is Owl Sky City. So, you know, it's really neat. I love everything that everyone's been doing. Everybody's been putting in a lot of work. The tournament doesn't start for like another few minutes. Oh, I want a horsey. I'm so jealous. I'm gonna have to go tame a horse now. Or a foal, actually, because that's what that is a foal. It's cute. Yeah, anyway. About that attention span I have, right? But I'm going to go ahead and check out for now, guys. And once the tournament gets started, I will go ahead and bring that footage to you. Alright, guys. So, just real quick. This here is what the bracket pretty much looks like for when we're fighting or doing a tournament like this. So, this is Tier 2, which is what we'll start with. And with Tier 2, obviously you can see we have a couple extra people. So what happens is all these people will fight, and then these two are kind of like on a bye, if you will. So all these people will fight. The losers from here will come down here. And then it'll go on forth that way. And then so whoever loses from the semifinals here will go into the final losers round. Whoever wins losers round comes up here and fights whoever won the semifinals in the finals. So there is kind of like a second chance redemption and stuff like that. But this is essentially how the bracket looks when doing the tournament. So we'll just follow this through as we announce everybody. And that way you can kind of keep track of who won, who lost, and where's everyone out. So if you lose in the rounds up here and then drop down to the losers bracket, then you're knocked out of the tournament. However, if you lose in your first round and then win throughout the losers bracket, you do have the chance to go back up into the competition, so you're not completely out of it at that point. So just run through on that, and we're still waiting for the tournament to get underway, so bear with me, guys. Alright, guys, the time you've been waiting for, we're all about to get started here. And our first fight, as you can see here, is going to be Jacob Canaan and Robert Brightstar. As you can see right here. So we'll set that aside. And we are going to get started here pretty soon. So need a macro to count people in. Would make this easier. I also need to dismiss my bird that I accidentally decided to bring out. Alright, so this is Robert Brightstar versus Jacob Canaan. And winner is Jacob Canaan. And then for our next fight, if I could bring up the right tabs because I'm awesome. Please get Zenie. Alright, so at this point, when someone dies, they have one or two options. Either be in a party with somebody who can res them, or go all the way down to an unk, climb all the way back up to come grab their stuff. The next fight can't actually begin until someone claims their headstone. So, although we have Zenie and Rainbow Carebear here, the headstone is a clickable item where you can take stuff from people that died. So essentially, that is a item that can cause a distraction in fighting. So we try to get the headstone out of the way. Alright, so we have Zenie and Rainbow Carebear. Polearm versus Archer. I would think Rainbow would want to not be stuck in that corner, but, I mean, seems to be holding his own just fine, so whatever works. Zenie's really got him in there, just beating him with a stick. Pow, pow. Rainbow's shooting him like his target's right in front of him. Worked out okay. That worked out alright. Winner is Rainbow Carebear. Alright, so our next fighters are Allah and Elmwan. Alright, so we have Allah and Elmwan. And we actually got some movement this fight. So we have another polearm and bow. Oh, fire. I believe that is Ring of Fire versus the fire that follows you, yep. And we got a little jumping around going on up here. I know we have a lot of people, so this place is full. Allah seems to be doing really well. But that can change at any given moment. You lay down some really good heals and turn the tides real quick. But Allah seems to be maintaining his health very well. Elman's holding in there. He definitely is maintaining, but it looks like Allah's just wearing him down, just keeps taking him out. I'm sure that fire AoE is really not helping Elmwan's case, and Elmwan is down. Allah is the winner. Okay, so our next fighters are going to be Corp and Fister Magee. So that's fun. kind of fun getting to announce who's up to fight and all that good jazz. It's fun. I feel bad because I'm not just totally focused on making this as much fun for you guys as I can, but I hope you're still enjoying it. And because this is like first time for Owl Sky City, we're still trying to get all the little details worked out too. So. So when I ask my fighter's ready and they're jumping all around, I'm going to assume that's a yes. Alright, so it looks like we have a battle axe, which I've seen those coming out a lot lately. But, you know, originally it was bows and then pole arms. Now we're seeing some great axe action, so that's pretty cool. And then we have Corp with some wand action there. So it looks like he's actually dual wanding. So he's pulling out that mage damage. And then we can actually click on the individual people, shift click. So he had a Lord British cloak on, so you couldn't see his health change until he went under half. But it looks like Corp is really laying the damage down with his magic, so that's pretty awesome. We can look at Corp here. And Fister is down. Corp took it with 2 wands. Alright, so our next one's going to be Gretchelle and Scroda. Alright, so Fister did get a res, and that's a perfect example of how much easier it is than trying to jump up those steps after finding an Ankh and all of that stuff, so. Alright, we just have to wait for them to clear out. It's like a crew pit. So Rixus versus Tsumo.
Way back to you until you make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home. Find your way back home.
Who's up next? So now we're starting the losers bracket. because it goes straight down. And I'll show you guys this really quick too. So if you notice, these are all the first matches, and these are the people that were in tier 2. So what happens then is people who lost from these matches go down into here to the second chance bracket.
Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown.
Alright, so we have Zenie and Elmwan. So this is the first of the losers bracket. We actually have to jump back up because there was another add-in for the beginning bracket. So we'll do that after this. But this will determine whoever loses this is then out of the tournament for tier 2. They're definitely taking their sweet time. There is damage being dealt, so they are in duel mode. So it looks like Elmwan is definitely laying some damage down on Zenie. Elmwan is an owl. We have Zenie from EVL. Every virtue lasting. Again, we see a lot of that. We're seeing that fire AoE on the ground. You know, now we have double fire AoE on the ground. You know, those dots are pretty brutal. They add up over time, that's for sure. And Zenie, oh, he's hanging in there. He's holding it. He's getting out of that AoE. Elmwan's following him though. And Zenie is down. Alright, so we have Zyrinx and Alcedes, who's cutting a move over there. Better get serious. No, he's just going dance till there ain't no dancing anymore. Alright, here we go. So you can see at the beginning of the fight, like Alcedes, so we'll click on him. You can see that he was throwing down some buffs. He has Strength of Earth buff, Enlightenment buff. So he's giving himself Intelligence, Strength, Dexterity, Shield of Crystal, which gives him extra health. So at the beginning of these fights, you want to try and drop some buffs on yourself to help you get through the fight. But also keep in mind too, you only want buffs that are relevant because you only have so much time before that other person's going to come and start whipping your ass. Alright, and Zyrinx is down. The winner is Alcedes, because I suck at pronouncing things. Alcedes. The dialogue in here is always great. Alright, so they know that I'm about to start the countdown. Fight starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Rixus isn't moving. I think there's a lot of lag going on here because all the people. Scroda's just fucking around behind him. Start playing him. I'll leave it to Scroda. This is definitely entertaining if nothing else. He's just running around like with a torch. Oh man. What is going on here? I don't think Rixus knows off-putting. Because Scroda, I didn't think actually wanted to full-on fight. I think he's just here as kind of a filler, so he's just making it entertaining. Come get me, big boy. And over the edge. Whoop! What? Did they both just go over the edge? What the heck? Oh man. If Rixus fell first, I don't know. I would think that would mean Scroda would win by default.